Hi guys, it's Androidpipe.com and I'm here with a game called Bus Simulator 2015. It's actually a bus simulator that includes a bunch of buses, including a double-decker, a lot of cities to play in. The game is available for free, it's quite fun, riddled with options, and with cities and weather conditions. Right now we're playing the campaign mode, there's also a free roaming mode and soon a multiplayer mode. Bus Simulator 2015 is available for free and I'm playing it on the Allview E3 Sign, aka the Solo Q2100 handset from India. This game is made by a Romanian company called Ovilex Software and it's quite fun. So this is the bus we're controlling, that's the huge number of controls. You can opt for tilt or touch for direction. So we have the acceleration pedal, the left and right buttons that I'm going to press now in order to properly exit the garage. If you crash, you lose XP. If you lose XP, you won't be able to level up, buy new buses, unlock new tracks, and complete missions. Also, if you want to go in reverse, you press R and accelerate, like I just did here. But right now we're running on a green light, which is important to do. It's important not to crash into other cars and to always be careful to stick with the signs. You can also signal people left or right, use the signal here, start your lights, it's night after all, honk your horn. There's even a window wiper button here, you can change the perspective. And those are all the buttons you can use. Now you have to go to the bus station, pick up people in a certain amount of time in order not to be penalized. Also, if you brake suddenly and the people crash into each other in the bus, like many bus drivers do, you'll also be penalized. So to go into this red outline, open the doors, let people in, and the mission starts. It's not a very exciting game, it's actually a simulator. Unless you're playing a mission from the movie Speed, it's not exciting at all. It just simulates the life of a bus driver seen from behind a car or from behind the wheel. Okay, so these stop signs are red, and that was a hard break. People clashed into each other, they screamed, and I lost points. Waiting at the stop sign, changing the camera angle. That's a long stop sign. Let's turn on the lights since it's night. Okay, so that's dubious. Longest stop sign ever. Okay, green light, let's go crazy. Keep in mind, every time you want to drive the bus in a certain way, remember it's a huge mammoth, it's not a car that weighs 1 ton. It's a car that weighs much more, there are people inside, you don't have to brake suddenly. You always have to think on your move ahead, try not to crash, and keep your passengers happy if possible. Of course, there are some bugs. I saw a mission where a person was being pushed, so the bus was being pushed by a small car, which can't exactly happen in real life. Be careful, stay in your lane, and we're approaching a bus station. Let's hope we make it alive. I just crashed into the station and scared everyone. Okay, so we're going in reverse now, trying to align the bus with the station. This is a free game, it includes ads at the top of the screen. And finally we're here. It can be frustrating, it can be hard to maneuver, but once you get it right, you'll have fun with it. It's a simulator after all, so fun is not exactly the purpose. One more bus stop and we're going ahead to the next one. The streets aren't exactly riddled with traffic, so that's good. During daylight there is more traffic, but overall I'd say the entire game doesn't have that much traffic. Pretty nice achievement for a free game to include so much content. Things you need to know here is that we're having a pretty complex game, a pretty fun title. I just passed a red light and let's go right ahead. It's always on to the next stop, always trying to get more passenger, trying to stay away from crashes. One thing that I noticed is that it's better to use the tilt control rather than the touch one. It's a bit more responsive. Another crash, people are scared. As I said before, there's also free roaming mode. You can actually ride around various towns, have fun, enjoy the sights, and play with the weather conditions. See how it's like during snow, during rain, fog, night and day. That was a hard break, and now let's let people in or out, respectively. And let's see if this is the last bus stop or not. Always be careful when taking a curve, especially with people inside, and always be careful when braking at high speed, because they'll crash into each other. Apparently that was also a crash, although in my book it wasn't. Red traffic light, who cares? Trying to get the people where they want to be on time. So a lot of cars in this part of town, in this part of the night. Getting closer and closer to the bus stop. And here we are. Apparently we have more people to pick up, but that's the game right here. It's called Bus Simulator 2015. It's quite fun, I would have to say. It's a simulator after all. And now let's go back to the main menu and see if we can find that free ride thingy. Okay, so that was a scary ad. This is the free ride mode. Sadly, we don't have enough buses unlocked. We can unlock them with experience. I selected this one. You can select clear, rain, snow, fog, day or night, Paris, Rome, Los Angeles, Alaska or Berlin. I selected Alaska. Each one has a different background, obviously. And here we go. Of course, when it's snowing, it's harder to get around. And you can actually free ride all over the place. These guys, OVLX software behind the game, have actually worked a lot here. The maps are simply huge. I've seen people on YouTube during walkthroughs of these games having a lot of fun, going crazy into the mountains, colliding with other cars, making funny commentary. And they're actually right, because there's a lot of content to enjoy and pretty big maps. Right now it feels more like Dune rather than Alaska, but you get the point. This is Bus Simulator 2015. It's, I would say, a pretty decent simulator. There are a ton of controls to enjoy, lots of cities, huge maps, passengers to pick up, and generally good fun to be had. We give this game a 9.2 out of 10. It's solid, it has a lot of buses and a lot of places to explore. So that's it from Androidpipe.com, 9.2 out of 10 for Bus Simulator 2015. Bye bye.